Sports Authority Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Again, it's Elliott. Shreds the tackle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Elliott last year so darn good, over 1,600 yards, most in the NFL. Actually, there were 10 teams that didn't rush for as many yards as he did. That's how good he was.
And just think, there is a place for him.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Left side here to Sanders. And he'll go down at the 28. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. This is caught by Jackson. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Now Gordon on 1st down. Open space inside the 10, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Broncos have taken the early lead. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Now Kaepernick. It's caught. And it's 8-0. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Third and long for Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
That's a sight the Denver fans are used to seeing. Passes falling incomplete against their defense. Number 1 in pass defense in 2016. Would they give up less than 200 yards per game?
Yeah, 186. Only team in the league to allow less than 200 per contest.
Elite cover guys and big-time pass rushers.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. A good pickup there at 22. They go play action here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognizes it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Kaepernick. And they're going to get it. That one's caught. And now the lead moves to 16-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken short.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get it to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. The numbers for Dak as a rookie last year are still kind of mind-boggling. And you look at QB rating. Dak was 104.9. Now, among full-time quarterbacks, only 2 Super Bowl quarterbacks, Matt Ryan and Tom Brady, were higher.
And look who he finished ahead of. Guys like Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Russell Wilson. Amazing.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Here we go, Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's caught inside the 20. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Melvin Gordon doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. They're going to give it to Gordon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Here comes Ryan Switzer. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Will Johnson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Check. Check out route. Kill. He's coming.
Then we're going to 53.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play. Coming up. Tough spot for the offense. 3rd and 8.
Watch time. Tight end right.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. Going right side, he has Witten. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short.
I stay myself, I never change, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah.
Cause, but I still low. Got 100 different to my cell phone. Still 33 for low. I'ma ride to my dog sitting in jail. It's that ladder on the grass, spin it back, roll. I'm on Keller, I'm on Gresham, I'm on Flat Shore. I'm at Magic, I'm at Riley's, let them go. Then it's right back to the when I'm low. Bars never close and we wide open. Kicking flavor at the bottom, cause the bottom where we come from. Me no pray for little paper, need a lump sum.
I never change, yeah. Dirty soda, treat me like a stain, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah. Rolling from the cradle to the grave, yeah.
On my hood, on my block, yeah. On my, I won't stop, yeah. Play with me, I'll let it, yeah. Halo on me, Saint Laurent, yeah. Got me with the school, Get one, move, You my little baby boo, I love you like my favorite color blue, Real spill, yeah. I'd rather be a broke
myself, I never change, yeah, yeah, yeah. Dirty, so they treat me like a stain, yeah, yeah, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah, yeah, yeah. Roll it from the cradle to the grave, yeah, yeah, yeah.
People tryna say I'm on the enemy. Got a code with my dogs, can't get in between. I can give them life, no more energy. Amen, amen. Spent about 60 on the time, I can't even lie. No way in, no way out, do or die. So on roll, when I roll, must be. Amen, amen. I can't ride Benz, I don't do peace. I beast, I gotta eat. Saber tooth, tiger, diamond tooth teeth. Rockin' right now, won't you come peep? I was outside. The way that shake, leave your mouth wide. You need to say grace for you say thanks. Amen, amen. What's left in my life, don't know what's in store. I've been dealing with these blessings that I can't ignore. Putting up the numbers, we ain't keeping score. Amen, amen. I here on the block, my side. Run it in the house for it's 12 o'clock. Yeah, the hood love me, but you gotta watch. Amen, amen. I just three, I don't do sleep. Yeah, tryna see movie. Yeah, we gon' fall through, coming through deep. Amen, amen. Yeah, packed it from the south, moved it to the west. Iced the logo on the cross, threw it on my neck. Yeah, when I rep the set, gotta stay blessed. Yeah, amen, amen. People tryna say I'm on the enemy. Got a code with my dogs, can't get in between. I can give them life, no more energy. Amen, amen. Man, what it meant to me. Everybody tryna take the identity. Everybody around me turn to a friend of me. Sit back while I take on a remedy. I cannot let it get into me.